guys are still on my phone.
Hi everybody, I'm Ruth Davis and welcome to my studio. Took us a while to get on, but thank you Sandy, technology. Anyway, this is my studio and hang on one second. You okay? All right, so here's my easel. This my husband made for me. I call it, I don't know what I call it. It's beautiful, it's big. And it just accommodates all kinds of sizes of canvas. I can put stretch canvases, not stretch canvases, and do some pretty big work on this. I can adjust the height by this bar, and so if I want to extend, you know, this is a 4x8 panel. If I want to extend further beyond the 4x8, I've got an extra length on this board. This is a painting I finished recently. I love this painting. Since this web presentation is called Big Sky, I thought I'd put this one here because this is a big sky. This painting makes me happy. The colors are bright, cheery. I love the way the light comes through the tree here, and anyway, that's one of my faves. So, I'm going to come over here and I'm going to show you. Okay. Here's my palette. I was going to go through every color with you, but since we're running late, I'm just going to do a quickie. I'll show you some of my favorite colors. Well, my favorite paint is Classico by Mameri. It's made in Italy. I love it. This I like. This is Blick Cadmium Orange Deep Hue. That's right there. Good one. Here's another real favorite of mine, Charvan Diamond Orange. It's real orangey, keeps its pigment when you mix it in. So I have basically some yellows, a light pink, an orangey red. This one, cadmium red medium. This is yellow ochre, but I want to mention this paint. This is Bellini. This tube of paint is 40 years old. I found these recently in a box. I found some tubes of paint. This paint's 40 years old and it's still good. It's creamy. It's just a wonderful paint, and they don't make it anymore. They're not in business. Luckily, I had a few tubes. I've got this cad red. So, and it's still soft. I can't believe it. Some of the new paints you buy, they're hard already. Anyway, another favorite color of mine, Cinnabar green, yellowish. I love these purples, especially Provence blue. That's this one right here. I love that one by Charvan. I've got a really nice cobalt blue genuine right here. This will set you back some bucks though, this one, but it's a great cobalt. And then I think you remember last time I was talking about my very favorite color. That's this Utrecht. It's cobalt turquoise pure right here. This little tube costs about the same as this big tube of turquoise, but it's so much better. But it's pricey, but I love it. Anyway, so let's go over here. Oh yeah, there's a couple of paintings that I framed, I put up so you can see. Okay, here's my canvas. This is a 4x4. I prime in a goldy tone. This is just off yellow, a little bit goldy. Sometimes I prime on this oranger color up here. I put that up there so you can see different shades. Sometimes I put red in it, but generally I like a golden. So, whoops, this is a 4x4. I'm gonna put the horizon line, since this is a big sky work, I'm gonna put the horizon line down 2/3. You know, technology always makes me nervous. Okay, so 32 is going to be about right. That's my sketch up there. I work pretty much from memory. I'll have reference sketches, sometimes take pictures of sunsets, sunrises, and I use those for I use those for reference all the time. Anyway, this handy dandy ruler is also about 40 years old. I'm just gonna get a rough in some kind of horizon line here. That doesn't look right. Let's see where I'm at. See, I'm late, so I'm all discombobulated here. Doesn't have to be exact. Okay. Okay. Sketch. All right. I'm gonna put the focus of the painting over here somewhere. Here, and I come in from over here. Base. I'm going to do kind of a bluey painting today. The last one I did for you guys in June was kind of dark, so I thought I'd lighten this one up. Not sure there. Like this here. Right about here. So these are just quick pencil lines to give me a little guidance on what I want to do on the bottom. I'm going to come in here somehow. Yeah. Okay. So, I use oil. These are oils. And the medium that I use is liquid. It's fast drying, so it helps keep you going. So you don't have to wait until the next day. All right. These are cheap old brushes. They're like $1 something, under $2 anyway. Just 1-inch chip brushes. You can get them in a hardware store. So I'm gonna start. Actually, I've got to start with a lot of paint because I've got big sky. I'm gonna start kind of darker at the top than I did last time. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. I'm getting calm now. Anyway, let's go. Where's the artist assistant? Buddy! Where's my boy? Hey, bud. Artist assistant must be on sabbatical. Gotta get a lot of paint on there. First I paint the canvas, then I paint the paint. So I'm mixing some blues together here to get colors I like. Hey, bud. Got some hairs in there. Brush hairs, dog hairs, my hair. Okay. So I'm going to start lightening this sky up a little bit. So this is a 4x4-inch canvas, and I'm very small. No, it's a 4x4-foot canvas. I like paint big. Now, I think what I might do is come down the bottom a little bit, work the bottom. Scruffy brush here, some alizarin. This is going to be a really bluey painting, so I don't want to make it too red. So I'm going to put in some darks down the bottom here to establish earth. lightening that up a little bit. Go a little bit purple, still pretty dark. So I'm taking away some of what I put on there. I like the gold color to come through, especially when I'm doing, seeing, a landscape with marshy, grassy kind of things. Greeny, purpley, dull. Good. Some kind of faraway tree thing. Horizon. Go all the way across. Down a little bit. So this is happening along my horizon. I'm using the rest of that color and mushing it in here. Helps for the continuity of color. Creates some kind of shapy thing. And I do want to have kind of a bluey painting when I'm done. I think I'll put some green over here. Back into this to lighten this up. Okay. I'm not sure about this. I think I want to make this greeny. laying in some color to get some depth going on. Now I'll go back up to the sky. Let's get some color in here. Nice. So I just finished a class on Italian Renaissance art, and I learned some pretty cool stuff that I didn't know. One of the things was we of course studied. We had a class on the Sistine Chapel ceiling, which by the way is 9,000 square feet. But the thing that I learned is that everybody thinks Michelangelo painted it lying on his back, but he didn't. He painted it like this. Oh my God, like this for 4 years. And the reason we know that is because he wrote a letter to a really good friend complaining about the position, saying he was getting a goiter, and so on. And in the letter, he had this cute little Picasso-like, actually, pencil sketch of him painting a figure on the ceiling. It's great. Anyway, so if I think of 8,000 to 9,000 square feet of painting, 4 by 4 is a piece of cake, or as Michelangelo might have said, a piece of cannoli. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turquoise down my sky. Bring it down a little more turquoisey. Hey, bud. Where's the boy? I'm looking for my artist assistant. Got a little too much paint there. So you can see how it's getting lighter toward the horizon line.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you always tone your canvas with yellow?
Yes, some shade of yellow. I, because I do a lot with skies and waterways, the yellow gives it a luminescence. I don't always, I have painted on white. I just like the possibility of taking away paint and having some nice yellow come through. Now, before I get down too far with color, I'm going to need to, come on over here, I'm going to need to establish my low clouds. I'm going to have some big ones here, but what I want to do, that there, I want to get in here with some bluey, I don't want to get into that green, I want to get in with some really maybe in there some. pretty good. It's kind of purpley. I had some of my favorite turquoise in here to take it back a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Now, according to my sketch, I want to get these clouds somewhere riding in here. And then I'm going to want to put in some peach. Can't have an Odile sky without some peach in there. Woo!
You have a new fan named Alan.
Hello.
Loves the painting to your left.
Happens to be for sale. Okay. Now, I'm going to come in here. This looks ridiculous at this point, but I want some pink tones up in there and right over here. This is according to my sketch. Okay. Big sky. Now, before I get too far down the pike here, I want to get some of this in here. This is going to be reflecting of what's going on up there. Okay. This is kind of what I call freight train painting. Okay. Now,
Glenn says cotton candy sky,
yay,
beautiful.
Glenn! Hi, Glenn. Okay, I'm gonna try to pull it together. I've got like 2 minutes, but I'm gonna do something that'll show you a little bit of how I'm gonna pull this together. I mean, all of this has to be gone back into again, of course, but this is what I do. Okay. I'm gonna get some white down in here. A little bit here. A lot here.
Molly says liquid cloud.
Hey, Mom. So when it's, I'm going to go back in later when this is still wet and calm this down a little bit, but I'm not going to be able to get my real strong highlights until this dries a little, and then I can go back in. I'm going to take some of that out. Anyway, I hope you get the idea of big sky painting. I'm going to come back down. I'm going to come back down here and get some more Turk. And that'll get even lighter as it goes down here. And that's how it's going to all pull together. Anyway, you can look me up on odilefineart.com. Toward the holidays, December 1st through 25th, I'm doing a mini, 25 days of minis. So if you like my work, but you'd like something a little smaller, you can tune in to 25 days of minis and check that out. Anyway, I hope you've had a good time. Sorry I was so frustrated because I couldn't get on time, but Rittenhouse Square Fine Art Show, they're the best. And I hope to see you live at the show in Lancaster, in Philadelphia next year, next June. Thanks for joining me.